Welcome to the Best Automatic. As you know, I've been talking about Ferdinand Porsche for a while. Now, he went to a very high educated school to learn how to build cars and electric vehicles. Now, we all know him as maybe stealing ideas for the prototype for the Volkswagen Beetle for Adolf Hitler. Now, we all know that Hitler had that Volkswagen Beetle purposely built for the war effort of his Second World War plan. Now, take Ferdinand's son, Ferdinand, right? He created the Swimmerwagen, an amphibious vehicle what could cross oceans and stuff and all that lot, but technically, no, they just sink. It's like the car in the game. Don't you put it in water, it'll just sink. All your classic VW Beetles.
So why mention it?
Because they had these type of war-type vehicles, right? It was an off-roader, even it was a two-wheel drive vehicle. But we all know later on, like Captain Gorgeous referred to, it was a military vehicle. It was used for the British Army. I mean, Major Ivanhurst, a man what got Germany back into production after the Second World War, and we all know that that vehicle is going to come an icon, because when they made a Wagen, a wagon that carries parts and stuff, it got extended to the Type 2. A man drawed serious diagram of this.
It looks like a toaster on wheels.
Well, maybe, but that is the iconic
hippie camper van.
Alright, yeah, we all know that, don't we? You established, yeah, the camper van, yeah, well, it's a Type 2, alright.
I associate hippies with the Type 2.
Well, yeah, because we think of them camping vans and all that lot, but you do know at the time that, at Wolfsburg, the German workers were working with a bombed out factory and they had to rebuild the stuff, and it was a concentration camp as well. So they were living in these horrible conditions, and then somebody must have thought, yeah, we've got a van, let's start buying them and sleeping in them.
Yeah, because they didn't like caravans, did they?
Well, maybe no, but they created a new style of vehicle, aren't they? I mean, this is, yeah, it is more memorable, isn't it? The Type 2, thinking, yeah, they've created a new type of vehicle. We've had vans, very common. It's like the post office van, but it's just a VW Beetle with a box on the back of it. So it proved to show that, fiddling about with the sachet and all that lot, that's what it is, the Type 2. It's still a VW Beetle, it's just extended a bit and had to be strengthened, obviously, and all that lot.
Right, okay, so, yeah. So, wasn't it a refugee camp you meant?
No, it used to be a prison camp for, for the Russians and Jews and stuff like that, with slave labour and that. But, yeah, the German people had to live in them old places, so they were starving as well. They had to grow barley and stuff outside the factory places, using VW Beetles as tractors and that. But they were hard working. Even the comments saying that 10,000 cars in the starving belly, as I've repeatedly said a lot of times.
Yeah, we do seem to be mentioning a lot, repeating ourselves again, but we can't help it. I mean, you think about buying a brand new car, and you'll be thinking you're getting that brand new car smell. What do they do when they're in Europe? They put like a flower vase in it.
Yeah, maybe that's why the hippies started painting their cars with flowers on it, because it had that strange smell in the interior. It was stuffed with horsehair and stuck with fish melted gut glue.
You what?
Yeah, gut glue fish or something. Anyhow, Many flowers tried to disguise that smell. How much you farted in it didn't bleeding matter. It just give that vehicle a certain personality of a certain weird smell that most people recognise. So covering it with flowers and stuff, well, yeah, it's one of them what covers it.
You do know it was very economical on fuel.
Well, that's another thing about the VW Beetle, right? Is you had that certain smell as well with petrol. I mean, because the petrol tank's at the front, and you've got that strange big massive lid. Now, if you didn't shut it right, you used to break them, you know, and you'd be driving around with your trunk open or your boot, according to us, you know.
It's weird what we call it a boot.
So, yeah, I know. I mean, a trunk you can understand because you put things in a trunk, and a boot, you put your feet in a boot.
Yeah, but we're getting a bit technical. We might be talking about Volkswagen.
Now I'm talking about the Volkswagen what can easily break on them, because it's got this lever thing you got to adjust, and you can easily bend them out of control.
Well, yeah, okay. You know, we are picking faults now, aren't we?
So we're putting on our film, and obviously we've got our GIMP on a online session. Now you can see that there's quite many of online players. Now the GIMP's idea is to actually drive this vehicle to an online expected player with this vehicle. Now with this game, it's been known to be a very violent game, and everybody's quite hostile. Well, not everybody, as you can see, this casual online player is casually tapping their horn at our GIMP. Now, the GIMP sort of realised that, you know, this online player could be in its personal vehicle, or it's just stolen that car from the street. Anyhow, it's got no intention about getting out of the car and getting things hitting the bill. So, the GIMP is going to casually go on its merry way and go somewhere else.
Alright, so the GIMP ain't so much of an opposite. So the GIMP's got to go out and look for some proper online player.
You know, the type, you know, somebody who's sort of like up to mischief and all that lot. Because this is the experiment. We want to know how these vehicles in the 60s, the hippie days, that how come they reverted this vehicle to be an icon of peace and harmony. And we want to prove that as this image of this vehicle still have the same effect even for these days with technology.
I mean, it's ancient technology, it's GTA 5, but it's an old classic violent game, and we want to know if, now they brought out the Weevil, is it like Rockstar come out with these and if
yeah, stickers and stuff or whatever, you know, they are hinting that, you know, we want to know if this experiment works. So, first online player, looks like they're up to mischief, and yeah, we're going to give them their name out, because this online player is going to be surprising. The typical online player, it's Grand Theft Auto, trying to nick another player's vehicle, realising that this player has locked their car. But, as you notice, the GIMP has cut their on, and that player has willy-nilly got in the vehicle, and not even that, we've got this guy, our person, driving the vehicle. Now, we've already know the footage, don't we?
yeah, and you're going to be amazed at this brilliant driving skills. Look at that! It's like the movie, isn't it? You know, that Herbie movie.
Yeah, well, we all know that came later on in the 60s, and that was one of them movies what really boosted sales for Volkswagen people. But that's a separate video completely. All we're doing is showing you the experiment of peace-loving hippie vehicle. Now, doesn't prove that every online player likes that vehicle. This is a typical player, as we all know. It's Endeavour that they've executed the vehicle, and all online players as well. So, yeah, the GIMP is absolutely dead. This is the actual real footage from the game, and as you all know, it comes up with, yeah, dead. So, name and shame that player what killed our beloved little online player what can do them constant driving skills. Now, we do know that we can do the wheelie like, you know, like the American muscle vehicle and all that lot. But now the GIMP is coming up to a typical GTA scene where we see blown up police cars and helicopters and online player, you know, going bloodthirsty in a night shot. So our GIMP is turned up, and yeah, you can notice it looks like the same online player we've had before, but now we've got this online player, night shot, all they're going to introduce is vehicle 60s, these loving hippie car. Now, obviously the night shot's left, but we've got the police again.
That ain't gonna do very well, so how's the vehicle gonna handle the police?
Well, the GIMP is not so tame racing driver, but he's meant to be highly skilled, but first thing he did was crash into a bleeding lamppost.
So our GIMP is not that brilliantly good at driving, or why are we freeze framing it for?
Well, we had to, just to prove how bad the GIMP is. So the GIMP is dead, wasted by the police. But, as we're trying to make out, that night shot later on came back and left us. Lucky enough to get the vehicle, but the night shot was very adamantly wanting to kill our GIMP.
Destroy the vehicle itself.
So this person, this online player, is maybe a typical online player, or they don't like hippies, or they don't like these people going around protesting and stuff like that, anti-war and all that lot. I mean, they've got their name for, you know, the video, yeah, you're famous for killing the kid, but we don't know their political reasons. So we're trying to get driving around the lobby with our GIMP, and we're trying to find a typical GTA player, one what's really just up into carnage and all that lot, because this is an experiment. We want to know if this vehicle absolutely works, because we've driven up to online players, some do get in and drive it, and they want to mess about, and they don't kill our GIMP or all that lot.
But sometimes we are a bit thinking, have they recognised the GIMP on the best automatic?
Yeah, but we're not that popular, so, you know, it could be anybody in a gas mask and all that lot, can't they?
Well, yeah.
So, we're coming up to that road and we see a typical online player. There they are, up to mischief, throwing sticky bombs, and first thing they do is got the opportunity to throw a sticky bomb on our vehicle. It's not like the GIMP is retaliating back or anything, and that this online player just totally just ignores it.
Well, unfortunately this happens, that the vehicle blows up. Not because of a sticky bomb, that's what we may have thought at first.
But no, it's the common griefers, isn't it?
What?
Well, as you can see by the footage, we're gonna name and shame. It's just one of them typical online players. Yeah, they're in a Oppressor Mark II. Yeah, that is the usual case on this game. So we're gonna name the Mr. Sticky Bomber here. I mean, because they're an interesting character.
So now we've seen the footage, it's quite interesting to see how people react with that vehicle. We may do more because people like to see their name on.
So for the moment, I think we should end the show.
So on that half-eaten leaf,
What? What the hell?
it's time to end the show.